Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time on a Monday night. Straight shooting with Stevie Ray, the world's most dangerous podcast. Coming right at you right here on a Monday night. As you guys know, my man Jimmy is usually here on Mondays, but he's not here tonight. What's up, Matthew? Everybody out there that's watching right now on Instagram. Hope you guys had a very good weekend. I know I did. What's up, Jason? What's up, Wayne? Appreciate the birthday. Everybody, wishing me happy birthday. Hey, I really appreciate that. But it's on like a steaming pot of neck bones, and don't forget it. And that's what we're bringing. Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. We have a lot to talk about. It's crazy. Everybody's been hitting me up, and you guys already know. Everybody's been hooking me up with their thoughts and prayers as we send them out to one Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. And those guys passed away after my last show, so I didn't get a chance to say anything. And I have a connection with both of them. But at the end of the day, man, we send our condolences out to both of their families, man. And wow, man, it's tough, man. It's tough. It really is. But Terry Funk was a very, very, very cool. Grew up watching the guy, then got a chance to work with him. Once I got into the pros, man, just the coolest guy you ever want to meet. Oh, my goodness. I remember me and Terry, I give you guys a story. Me and Terry, I can't remember where we was coming from, man. I can't remember we was flying across the country or coming back in the country. Hey, Queen, what's up? Coming back in the country from Europe. I can't even remember now. Because, see, I'm not like a lot of these guys that can remember days, dates, buildings, towns. I can remember a few of them, man, depending on what I'm talking about. But some of these guys, man, they can just chronicle things right off the top of their head. I'm not like that. I guess I don't know, man. Maybe I've been hit on the head with too many chairs. I really don't know. But, man, I remember me and Terry Funk sitting in first class on a flight coming, like I said, I can't remember if we were going across the country or coming back into the country from Europe or something like that. And, man, I had that experience with a couple of guys. One was Terry Funk. One was Bobby Heenan. And I'm telling you, man, I had the most fun listening to Terry Funk and laughing about different things as he chronicled so many things in the business, you know what I'm saying? And the guy was funny as hell, man. Funny as hell. I mean, it was just one story after another. I can't even remember any of the stories now because my gut was hurting. I was laughing so hard at so many different things that he was talking about, man. It was just a joy and a pleasure, man. J-Dog, what's going on? It was just a joy and a pleasure, man, because even though, we talked at the building and different things like that, we never really just, when you really sit down and just talk to somebody for 5 hours, something like that, it's a whole nother ball game, man. Whole nother ball game. But hey, man, Terry Funk was the man, brother. He was the man. And man, we send our condolences out to him. You know, I got to meet his brother years ago, Dory. A big fan of both of those guys down here in Houston when I was growing up, man. They were big back in those days, man. And you know, it's just sad. It's just sad, man. Jason said they met Terry Funk and even got his autograph. That was back in the early 90s. Yeah, man. She cherished that brother because he was a good dude, man. He's a real good dude. But the Bray Riot thing, man, that caught me off guard, man. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, uh, you know, had hit me up on social media and said, had I heard this? And I didn't. So I went on social media and someone had the Triple H post from Twitter. And you know how you don't know how some of these things go down. Sometimes you don't know if it's people just putting stuff out there. You don't know what's real, what's not real, what's authentic, what's not. But I got a couple of them, man, you know. So that's when that kind of threw me off guard. I get one, then I get another one, then I got another one, all kind of back to back. And I was like, okay, this thing here is kind of taking fire, you know, catching fire. And then, you know, different people that I know in the wrestling business start calling me, you know, asking me had I heard this and heard that. And I'm like, oh, is it true? And brother, I don't know any more than anyone else at that time. 2 or 3 people called me. I won't call their names, but they're in the wrestling business. And I was like, bro, I have no idea. Then come to find out it was true. And, bruh, I can't even grasp my head around it. Somebody is asking me, why you never wrestled in WWE? I've told that story 50,000 times, brother. I'm not telling it again. And if you haven't heard it, go look it up. I'm sorry. But, it's hard for me to do, regurgitate the same things over and over for people. I don't do that. This show is not about me until I start taking questions like that. Right now, I'm not taking questions like that. Okay? With all due respect. Well, Kush, that's what I heard. Kush was acting that he had COVID initially, right? Now, I did read that somewhere that's what his dad, Mike Rotunda. See, I worked with Mike Rotunda for years, his father. And I remember Bray and his brother when they were little kids, man. And to see them make it in the WWE, that was really a blessing for Mike, man, to watch his sons do what he did, and they're following in his footsteps. So it's tough, man. It's really, really tough, man. Kid 36 years old. And man, I remember Mike bringing those little kids around, man. This was back in the early mid 90s, man. And then next time you see them, they're grown men and they're doing their thing, bro. For a person that's in the business like myself, I look at it a little different, than you guys as fans looking at it, But, with all due respect, it is what it is, man. And man, it's got a family, a growing family. And then these kind of things happen, brother. You never can be prepared for them. But, wow. So I wanted to get those things out of the way, man. I want to get those things out of the way, and wow, it's just tough, man. Very tough. One thing with Terry Funk, man, he lived a very long, glorious life doing what he's doing. But when you see a guy go out like Bray, he's just getting to the pinnacle of his career. Just getting there, man. And had a very unique gimmick, man. Doing it like nobody else has ever did it. And that's special, man. When you can do a gimmick in this business, man, and you're doing something outside the box and you're doing it better than anybody else is doing it, brother, that's a blessing, because it's hard. It's hard to find a gimmick that gets over these days, like that. But and the way he was doing it, nobody could have done it better. Nobody could have done that gimmick better, bro. But hey, man, we send our condolences. He was one of the good ones, man. Y'all got to know that. He was one of the good ones. Calcutta was just saying, COVID was one of the biggest things that contributed to his demise. He had heart condition, shocked the world, and he'll be missed. I read that too, Calcutta, that he had a heart condition. And that's the same thing that happened to a few people, man. Matter of fact, that's the same thing that happened to Butch Reed. He had a heart condition, and when the COVID came, he couldn't, his body was just too weak to go through it twice, go through the heart condition, then come back and go through the COVID, which messes with your heart in some way, shape, or form also. And from what I've been reading in some of the journals out there, that this is not anything new, that this is going on with a few people around the country. So apparently, they talk about preconditions and stuff like that with certain things when COVID came around. And this is one of them, man. Yeah, man. So Matthew said he think Eddie Guerrero died of much. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Matthew. I think he did. Somebody's asking me, actually, do I watch NASCAR, Stevie? If so, did you see Daytona race? Yeah, I did watch. I watched the race. I'm gonna be honest with you. Motivational was asking me about NASCAR. Everybody knows I'm a big NASCAR fan. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I hate the restrictor plate racing. I hate it. It's just a big accident waiting to happen, and all of the cars are so closely matched, and you gotta wait on a dancing partner and all. I mean, I've been watching NASCAR for years, man. And when they go to the super speedways, man, I just don't like it, bro. I don't like a lot of things about NASCAR. I look at NASCAR in a lot of ways that I look at professional wrestling now, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything that I'm writing in my book, how NASCAR is just like everything else in pop culture now. The one thing about NASCAR, it always had a certain structure to it that made it like nothing else out there. It doesn't have that anymore, bro. It just doesn't have that anymore. All the drivers look the same. You can't tell one from another one. All the cars look the same. Can't tell one from another one until you get close up to them. All the interviews sound the same. NASCAR is as cookie cutter as you can possibly get now. IndyCar is the same thing. All the cars are the same. You got two different engines. And what I used to love about motorsports is just not there anymore. Even though I still watch it, but it's just not there anymore. I used to be a diehard NASCAR fan. Everybody in professional wrestling knew that. Even the guys on the race teams in NASCAR knew that. You know, when I would go to the races, they all would want me to come to their pits and talk to them because I knew so much about NASCAR. You know, I knew a lot of guys would say, man, he knows more than the people that work on the teams. I did in a lot of ways because I was a big fan. And not only that, I'm a car guy. So, but yeah, man, watching hold on a second, guys. Watching the race this weekend, it was just an accident waiting to happen, man. And I just don't like the big accidents and stuff like that, you know. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, Matthew was asking me about working on cars. Yeah, man, did all of that, bro. Working on cars, did all that. Never was a body guy, anything like that. But yeah, man, that was one of my hobbies, man. One of my hobbies, man, was just tinkering with cars, man, and motorcycles also. Yeah, that was my thing, man. Still is to a lot of ways. I just don't tinker on them like I used to. Now I can pay somebody else to do it. You know. But you know, it is what it is. I figure I said one day, man, I'm gonna get to the point where I can pay somebody else to work on my cars and not myself. You know. But what's up, Lazy Bum? Lazy Bum's in the house. But yeah, man. But like I was saying, we just had to send those condolences out to Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk, uh, two people that I have connections with, man, and it's very sad, very unfortunate. But hey, man, they were good people, and they left a hell of a residual. You know, they left a hell of a residual, so they'll never be forgotten, and we all know that. You know, but you know, other things that's going on. Anybody watch the big AEW pay-per-view this weekend? Let me know if you watched it and tell me if you enjoyed it or not. You know, because I was celebrating my birthday, so I didn't get a chance to watch anything like I wanted to. I didn't know I was going to be partying this weekend. I didn't know. I thought I was going to do a little partying, then I ended up doing a lot of partying. Then it ended up cracking my back, man. I was dead, man. I can't do it like I used to, bro. I can't do it like I used to. But appreciate it, man. Appreciate the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. But you know, it's just hard. It is hard. Disco said he was presently surprised by the Jericho Osprey match. Okay. And who else was that? Said I watched. Who else? Somebody was. Hold on a second here. Let me. Uh, who was that? Caesar Mania says he watched it and it was great. AEW sold out the stadium. WWE has competition. You think so, huh? Well, ain't nothing wrong with a little competition, man. Competition is good for everybody. Gregory is asking me about the Steelers. The Steelers are going to be there, brother. You never count the Steelers out, man. I had people telling me last year, this is going to be Mike Tomlin's first losing season. What happened? Shut them all up. One game away from the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Only Mike Tomlin can do that. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Yeah, Kenny Pickett. If it wasn't for that one game where he got hurt and that sad sack ass, I ain't going to start talking about it, man. You bring up the Steelers, you're going to get me upset. Bring them up, I'm going to get upset. So I'm going to stop talking while I'm ahead. Look at my face. Look at it. That's how I look when I start talking about my Steelers. That's how I look. Sad sack ass. Lost that game throwing in us. Okay, let me calm down. Let me bring myself back to somebody was telling me they love the women fatal four-way in the AEW Women Championship. Okay. So if you guys enjoyed it, man, that's all that that's what I'm looking for, man. Because see, I'm gonna get Chris Dillsworth's ass back on here. See what he got to say. He's a big critic of everything and everybody. You know, appreciate that, J-Dog. Calcutta said AEW set an audience attending record. 81,035 people. And one backstage brawl before the event. Appreciate it, Brendan. One backstage brawl, only one? Kevin Hart blew out his knee, and now he's in a wheelchair. Yeah, I thought he hurt himself somebody was telling me he was trying to race somebody? How stupid is that? You deserve to be in a damn wheelchair. You know? You deserve to be in a fucking wheelchair if you're out there trying to race somebody. You know? Stevie Ray, what's up, bro? I need your vision of Vader Orndorff fight. Because I knew you keep up. Bagwell is to Vader had Orndorff against the wall. No. Bagwell said Vader had Orndorff against the wall. It started out him talking shit to fucking Orndorff. After that, the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. You remember that song? Anybody remember that? Do I have to bring y'all up to speed on some music that somebody is not talking bullshit? That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. Anybody remember that? Don't tell me you don't remember that. Lazy Bum, you don't remember that song? Paul Orndorff had the flip-flops on and beat the fuck. Paul Orndorff is a man, bro. Real man. Real man. Serious business. Don't fuck with people like that, bro. Man mind his own business, but you get on his bad side, he eat your ass like collard greens, bro. You know. You remember that, Larry? Lights went out in Georgia. Not Georgia, Georgia. You know how they say it up there. Yeah, he ain't fuck with nobody after that. Yeah, says business. He ain't fuck with nobody after that. Charlotte Flair is back on the mark. Yeah, I did hear about that disco. Hey, man, that's how they own my flops, baby. Larry said, oh, yeah, I'm a country boy. So, yeah, I do. Larry, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't say Georgia. You know what I said. You know how I said it too. You know, who that asking me about that anyway? You know, Kevin Hart was trying to raise NFL that younger than, yeah, man, what the hell? And pulled his groin and his nuts fell out or something like that. Hey, that's what happened to dumbasses like that, bro. Brother, you know what kind of strain? Steve Ray, that's what back. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dante. I don't give two shits what Bagwell said in an interview. Okay? Let's be honest. I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't give two shits what Marcus Bagwell said on a fucking interview. You want to learn something? You want to holler at me about something? Holler at me. Because I don't give two rats' asses. Okay? Some motherfucker who can't whoop gnats out his ass talking about somebody else fighting. All right? Straight up. Let's keep it real. Because at the end of the day, you listen to that fucking bullshit, then you don't need to be asking me about nothing. Go listen to him. No disrespect. I'll just put it out there like that. Because I don't fucking come behind people and try to correct their bullshit on what I know. What about that? Can we be straight up and honest about that? Because that's me, baby. I don't give a fuck what these clowns saying on fucking social media and other, what we call shoot interviews and shit like that. Fucking clown, worry about his own fucking bullshit. Many times he done came to fucking work with a fucking black eye, got beat up in a fucking club because he think he a fucking tough guy with some fucking muscles. By the legendary Reba McEntire. That's the night that the lights went out. You don't know nothing about that, Matthew. What you talking about? What you talking about? Larry, he don't even know who Reba McEntire is. Trying to say he know. My boy Larry already put that up. You don't know nothing about that music, man. Shit. Lights went out in Georgia. I didn't say Georgia. I said, you heard how I said it. That's how it's pronounced. You guys probably ain't never been to Georgia. Like me. I used to stay up there. I seen the lights go out in Georgia. I saw it. Certain people you don't fuck with. You know? Why? I'm looking at Kush. Kush just asked this. I'm good. Who was that, Waylon? I'm good. Appreciate it. Why is Steve Harvey's wife in the news saying she might divorce Steve? Because apparently she cheated, and it's not true, though. Folks just putting out fake news. Is it fake, Kush? I don't know, man. I'm hearing so much shit. I'm seeing all this different shit on YouTube. You know they won't talk about this stuff unless you're on one of those, TMZ or something like that. Now, Kush, you tell me. Did she have an affair with the bodyguard? Because, Kush, I'm about to tell you a story that I ain't told nobody else. I'm going to tell you because, we tight like that. We tight like that. Kush, Steve Harvey's a good friend of mine. Did you know that? I ain't never told you that, huh? So, I'm going to tell you a little story, Kush. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. But I used to date a girl that was the host at the club that he had in Dallas back in the day. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I got to meet him several times. Matter of fact, he came down on me and my brother real hard, man. Told a bunch of jokes at our expense because he knew we was going to be in there that night. And he came down on us hard, made everybody laugh at your boy. I didn't come in here to get laughed at, bro. Don't make me the butt of the joke. But what could I do? I'm at the mercy of the man. He's a comedian. I'm not a comedian. I know a lot of people think I'm funny sometimes, but I'm no comedian. Oh, he got us real good, man. He got us real good. Talking about how he punch us in the eye because we can't build muscles in our eyes. And this is my first time going to this club, even though I've been there several times after that. This first time. He got us good. I guess she must have told him, hey, Stevie Ray and Booker T coming to the club tonight. Because this was back when we was in Global, Kush. So we're doing our thing on ESPN, you know. So, you know, we got a chance to meet him a few times. Real cool guy. And me and my brother used to go in there. Then years later, man, Kush, I got him back. Because this is the thing, because you can't do stuff on a radar and think you're going to get away with it. I got a memory like an elephant. You seen that elephant over there in India tear that village up? Y'all see that? And that lady had did something to the elephant's cub, found her. Tore that whole fucking village up. Did you see it? Well, that's me. Without the rage. I ain't gonna forget, and I'm gonna hunt you down. It might take a few years, but I'm gonna hunt you down. True story. So me and my brother, we got a show in Vegas. Got a house show in Vegas. At the Thomas and Mack Center. So I'm getting off a plane in Vegas. I'm walking down the corridor. Concourse, whatever you want to call it. I see 4 people walking down the concourse. It was a man, a lady, and 2 other men. Then I'm looking. I'm like, man, that look like Steve Harvey. He's on the outside. His wife at the time, not this wife, not the so-called cheating wife. I guess this was another wife. I guess Steve has had several wives. I never met the wives, just met him. Then it was another man and another man. True story, Kush. So I said, that's Steve Harvey. So I started walking faster. Okay? Listen to me, Kush. I walking faster, man. I got up beside Steve Harvey. Right beside him, bro. So close to him, my shoulder could have almost touched him. And guess what? I didn't even look at him. I'm just walking beside him. And you know where I got this idea from, Kush? You ever seen the movie Bustin' Loose? Anybody ever seen that movie Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor? When Richard Pryor was driving the bus, and the bus got stuck in the mud with a bunch of little kids. They was going to, I don't know, somewhere in the South from Philly. The bus got stuck in the mud, so he said, hey, I'm going to go get help. As he's walking in the mud and all this stuff, trying to go find help, he's talking to himself like, his name was Joe Braxton. He said, man, I'm Joe Braxton. I'm Mrs. Braxton's favorite son. Nobody better not mess with me. He's talking to himself as he's walking. And as he's walking, the Ku Klux Klan is out, and they walking right beside him. They never looked at him. While he's walking. With their hoods on and the torches. One of the funniest scenes I ever seen in a movie. So I did that to Steve Harvey. I'm just walking beside him. Never looked at him. Only thing I needed was one of them KKK gimmicks on my head and a torch. And I know he can feel me on the side because I'm right by him. I'm shoulder to shoulder with him, dog. He wouldn't look at me. And I wouldn't look at him. I ain't gonna look at him until he looks at me. Cause he probably like, man, who's this big son of God walking beside me? Cause it's true story. So finally, I could see him turn his head and look at me. And when he did, he go, oh man. And then he stops. And his heart stops rushing. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh. And then he was like, I guess one guy was his uncle and one guy was his dad. And he was like, these the guys I was telling you. He was telling, I guess he had told them about me and my brother. He was like, these the guys I was telling y'all about. This is Stevie Ray. My brother, I think he had took another plane. He wasn't with, we came in differently. And he was like, hey man, this is my wife, that's my dad, that's my uncle, and blah, blah, blah. And we sat there and chatted for a little bit. He was leaving Vegas. He had just been doing I don't know what hotel. He had been working there for the last few days. And we were coming in to do a show there, then was going to California after that. Yeah, because this true story. True story. So I got him good. From that night, he was talking about me real bad, Kush. He got me good, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever, I've never been in a setting like that where everybody in the club is looking at you, laughing at you, bro. You know, cause he was like, look at him over there. Yeah, I wanna give props to a couple of guys that y'all might see on TV. This is what he said in the club. Y'all might see on TV, they be out there doing this, that, and the other, man. Everybody know Booker T and Stevie Ray, man. They have any experience, but everybody start clapping. Now, I'm thinking that's it, Kush. I'm thinking that's it. Yeah, look at them over there, y'all. With their tight shirts on and their tight jeans, trying to show off all their muscles in here and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm going to tell you something, man. Your muscles don't scare me. This is how he did us. Your muscles don't scare me. It might scare everybody else in here, but it don't scare me. Because if you come at me, I'm going straight for your eye because you can't build muscles in your eyes. So this is some of the stuff he was saying. I can't even remember all the other stuff. I was laughing so hard, being the butt of a joke, that I damn near got a headache. I was laughing. Then at the end, he was like, oh, man, I'm just playing with y'all, man. Y'all give it up for him because y'all be out there doing y'all thing, man. We're very proud of you. So now, a few years later, the guy that they're talking about that was the culprit in this liaison, if you will, Big Boom, he's also a friend of mine. Kush. He's also a friend of mine. Me and Big Boom used to work out together at the Gold's Gym here in Houston off Richmond Avenue. And he was Steve's bodyguard way back then. Now, I'm just saying how I'm friends with both of these guys. I hope this isn't true, just like you said. But Big Boom, see, we didn't call him Big Boom back in the day. We called him Boomerang. And he drove like this old white, I don't know, that had to be a 30-something or 40-something classic car that he had put all the modern day upgrades and stuff on it, man. He drove this car every day, a daily driver, like that was his gimmick, man. And he's still Steve's bodyguard to this day. And I could tell you some of the tentacles to some of the things back then, but I can't do it. But I just hope this isn't true, man. But if it is, y'all let me know, bro. If y'all know something I don't, please let me know. Did you ever figure out why Gilligan and the crew never got off the... Justin, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think they canceled the show before the writers could get back to it. And they didn't know that in reruns and syndication that the show was going to get that popular, from what I read. So that's all I know. But yeah, Kush, that's a true story, bro. That's a true story, bro. I did him just like that Ku Klux Klan did Richard Pryor, Joe Braxton. Anybody that's never seen that movie, you need to go see it. It's called Bustin' Loose. And it's one of the funniest movies Richard Pryor ever made, bro. As a matter of fact, I remember I used to go, back in the day, I used to go to Walmart late at night because I couldn't go in the daytime because people would recognize me and want autographs and stuff like that, which is very flattering. But when you're trying to buy stuff for your house, man, it's tough. And I used to have my daughter with me. She was little at the time back in the day. So I would go late at night so me and my daughter could spend time together. And remember when Walmart used to have those big baskets with all the DVDs and stuff like that in it? Well, I picked up a DVD and it had a 2-pack. It was like $5. I'll never forget it. It had Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby on one side, and it had Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor on the other side. So when we got home, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I tell my daughter, to go to bed. Well, I'm going to be up, man. I got a few days off from wrestling. So I'm going to watch Bustin' Loose on DVD. And I remember my daughter calling down on the intercom, that, Daddy, what are you doing? And I'm like, baby, I'm watching the movie. Why? And she's like, well, can I come down and watch it? And I'm like, oh, come on. I'm like, yeah, you can come down. So she comes downstairs from her room, and we start watching Bustin' Loose. So I'm thinking the movie going to put her to sleep. She watched that whole movie with me. To this day, we still make jokes about some of the jokes that was in that movie, when she was a little bitty girl. It held her attention. That's when I knew that's a good movie to hold a kid's attention. But then Ghost Dad, with all due respect, they tried to put Bill Cosby in jail. Well, they did put him in jail for so-called, drugging women, or whatever back in the 70s, even though everybody did that back in the 70s. I'm from the 70s, bro. What can you tell me about the 70s? Oh, he gave me some... And next thing I knew, my panties were off. Really? And you wait 50 years to talk about it? What kind of panties you had on? I just want to know. But be that as it may, and you talking about Hollywood, all the freaks on earth live in Hollywood. Come on, y'all. Real cool, you hear me. My panties scream off. I didn't know what happened. What? What Bill was doing, nobody else wasn't doing. Baby, you better take them panties off. You come in my house and get high as hell and tell me, okay, don't even get me started on that. But I'm saying this. They got him for Ghost Dad. In essence, they got him for all the stuff that he did in the 70s. They should have put him in jail for Ghost Dad. As far as I'm concerned, that movie was a federal offense. It was that bad. It was that bad, man. God damn. But I knew it was that bad before I bought the DVD because I had saw it on cable or tried to watch it on cable before. So when I seen the 2 DVD set, I just wanted Bustin' Loose. Do you know the Ghost Dad, I never opened it up. I don't even know where it is right now, but wherever it is, it's still in the package. Yeah, man. Yeah, lazy bum. That's right. It is. Yeah, I just tell it like it is, bro. Come on, man. 50 women come out the woodworks, that's a setup. But Harvey Weinstein can get away with whatever. At least Bill, back in the day, man, Bill was in shape, looking good. Guy like Harvey Weinstein never looked good. He out there macking, pimping. Come on, man. He had to piss somebody off for him to come after him. I just tell it like it is, bro. Don't get mad at me. It was not a huge fan of the movie. Very true. Come on, Calcutta, man. Come on. What Queen say? She loved to keep going back to his. Come on, Queen. Queen, in the 70s, everybody got high on somebody else's dime. That's how you do. That's how they did back then. Hell, they still do it today. People love drugs, especially Hollywood. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got nothing against people taking drugs. I've never been a drug guy, but I've been around a zillion people that are. Do you? I just never been a drug guy. People, from my evaluation of being on this earth as long as I can have, people love drugs, especially artistic people like Hollywood people or people in New York, stage people, people that sing, people that dance, people that act. These are artistic people. They love drugs. Then all of a sudden they're going to look like Bill Cosby, the only person out here got the drugs. What? All of the NBA was on drugs. And the NFL. And the baseball. All of them. Go look it up. Wait a minute. Matthew just said, I used to love Ghost Dad. He used to love Ghost Dad as a kid, y'all. You know, I can't believe your mother and your father put you through that kind of mental anguish. You need to have a talk with your parents, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You need to have a talk with your parents, man. If they made you sit down and watch that. Hitman just said, I love the parties in the modeling agency near the Empire State Building in New York City. And get headshot, then did shots of lines on women. Hitman, you know how this shit go. Come on, man. I mean, it just behooves me that when people see this kind of stuff and don't think it's some kind of agenda behind it, you know, it's like, wait a minute. The one black dude in Hollywood, you know, back in the 60s, one black dude in Hollywood that had some stroke. Y'all know what his name was? Bill Cosby. Yeah. The dude was on a show called I Spy. Did you know that? Look it up. Come on, man. I just used that to really get to what I was talking about with the movie. But at the end of the day, brother, everybody, nobody's doing anything unique in Hollywood that everybody else doesn't do. That's all I was saying. That's why I brought that up. At the end of the day, man, come on, bro. Let's just be real here. You know, when they want you, they want you. But what is it that they want? That's all I'm saying. I was going to say Sammy Davis Jr. as a bigger player. Sammy was, but he hung around the right people. So he was protected. But ain't nobody come after Sammy years later. That's what I'm talking about. But see, a lot of people don't know that old Bill got some mineral rights up there in Philadelphia on some land that he owns. And apparently, big business wants that land. From what I read, now how true that is, I don't know. Could it be because they want to try to break him to make him sell that land? Let's talk about that. Because the man got put in jail for false pretenses. That's why they had to let him out. When they want you, brother, they gonna get you. If you don't believe me, you ain't gotta believe me. Go ask Rudy Giuliani. You ain't gotta believe me. Go ask Rudy. Oh, I don't have any money to pay for my lawyer fees. That's how they do you. I'm gonna take every dime, just like on the Underdog cartoon. You ever seen the Underdog cartoon? When the dude standing on the corner and Riff Raff walk up, dude starts shaking, Riff Raff picked the dude up, turned him upside down and shook every nickel and dime out of his pocket. You give me all your money. don't get mad at me. I just tell it like, hey, bro, I just see it and I tell it. Don't get mad at me. Wasn't you just big pimping a few minutes ago, Rudy? You were pimping. You and Bernie Kirk. That trick. Hey. Let me ask you, if Hollywood never existed, where would we get the bulk of our entertainment from? And do you think use their AI hurts actors, would hurt actors? If AI uses their likeness, if that happened, that'll be the end of it. Well, you know what, Kush? If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The world is changing. And when the world changes, the power that be is going to do whatever they have to do to make more money. If that means sacrifice the art of acting for people that they put out there that's not even really acting, it's just artificial intelligence. That's what they're going to do, bro. That is what they're going to do. And it ain't just Hollywood, Kush. I'm talking about everything. Everything. I'm looking at a store right now over in Europe that people can come in and shop and leave, and ain't nobody even in the store. All your stuff is paid for through some kind of artificial intelligence. Just get what you want and walk out. Kush, let me ask you something. Do you honestly think that's going to be the first store? Or is that the first store? It ain't going to be the last. Because at the end of the day, that might be the future. So it ain't just an acting thing, bro. People going to always be entertained. Or people will always find a way to entertain you, because when I'm entertaining you, you go into a different world and you forget about all your troubles. Isn't that what Julius Caesar said? That was over the Roman Empire. Isn't that what he said? As long as I entertain them and feed them, I will control them. Isn't that what Julius Caesar told Mark Antony? Go look it up, people. I don't make this shit up. I don't make it up. I just bring it up. Don't get mad at me. Because I talk about shit people are afraid to talk about. Don't get mad at me. Matthew just said, Rudy Giuliani thought he was special. That's what he gets for marrying his cousin. He married his cousin? Well, at least he knew who she was. You know. I'm just saying, Rudy, hey, man, I'm in on the gig, man. All they had to do was just go sit down. Don't get involved in this, bro. Hey, who knows more than the RICO law than I do? Isn't it funny that the person that used the RICO law to put all these gangsters in jail, now you might go down under the... How crazy is that, bro? You can't make this shit up. That's how he got famous, putting all those mob bosses in jail by using the RICO law. Yeah. Now the lady done brought up the RICO laws on you and you and all these other people. And the one black dude, hey, wait a minute, Kush. Now everybody went down to Georgia and they posted bail. But the one guy that couldn't post bail was the brother. Now, why is that? Why the brother couldn't post bail? They still got him in the clink. I can't make this up. Oh, my goodness, man. My heart is hurting, bro. I mean, my stomach is hurting. This shit, you can't make this shit up. What's up with the brother, man? That's just like in the monster movies. The brother always the one get killed. Then in the RICO law, the brother is the one that can't make bail. I can't make this up, bro. What's up there? Oh, goddamn. Even the girl that used to work for Kanye West, she posted bail. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, man. Woo. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Some of this stuff is too funny, bro. Y'all know it's funny. Y'all just don't want to say. You know. Kush, man, can't even post bail. Oh, man. Somebody put the money up for Rudy. Rudy went down to Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago and asked Donald for some money. Donald said, I'll talk to you later, baby. Let me see what I got. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness, baby. He should have started his own fund like Donald did. Get him. And the public give you the money. Woo, Lord Jesus Christ, man. Hey, I can't make it up, man. I just talk about it, brother. Don't mind me. I just love to have fun with some of this stuff because it's so crazy. It's just so crazy, man. It's just so crazy. Kush, you know it's crazy. Matthew said Rudy involved himself in some supporting something like he could have done to the. You know what, man? I don't know what happened to all the Rudy money, bro. Well, first of all, you know they've been on his ass for like the last 3 years. No, he can't even practice law in New York anymore. So you know the Fed's been on his ass for like that, and all that shit costs money, man. You know? Lazy bum, it ain't me, man. I just see humor in everything, bro. That's all. Some of this shit is so ridiculous, you can't help but laugh. You know that, lazy bum. You know that. Motherfucker talking shit out here. These people ain't playing, man. I'm just saying. Cron said Rudy's hair went on his hair dye. How you gonna just put the hair dye in before you go out and meet the camera people? You gotta let that shit settle in, man. Can't just go out there sweating like a hog and you just put that cheap shoe polish in your gimmick. Come on, man. Get the good shit. You know that shit you just put it on real quick, you know? He ain't even do that. He sent somebody down to Walgreens to get some cheap shit. Oh my goodness, man. You can't make this shit up. Only one way the U.S. can compete with China. Chinese oligarchs. Labor is the private prison industry complex. It's just business and why it keeps the brother. Shit, everybody knows that, Mr. Fire. Nah, but that wasn't no Just for Men real cool. I use Just for Men. And Just for Men don't do no shit like that. Or do I? I think that's the one I use. No, I use Just for Men for my beard. I don't know what he used. I don't know what that shit was. I don't know what kind of dippity do he done stuck his hands in. But that it's mascara. Oh, it's crazy, man. Like I said, don't get mad at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me. These are the people. I mean, I'm sorry, they can't even pull off. They can't even steal an election right without fucking that up. This shit is like This shit is like watching an episode of the Three Stooges, man. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say, but I get a laugh out of all of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They got everybody on the list, man. Woo, man, who gonna turn on who? I know if I'm that brother that couldn't make bail, I'm pimping on everybody. Don't nobody want to help me get out this clink? Y'all gonna leave me in here after everything I did? Yeah. When that DA come to me, I'm singing like a bird. That's what I'm gonna do. Leave me in here with these inmates. Excuse me, so do you have a lawyer so you can post bail? Oh, I didn't know I needed a lawyer. I thought I could just give you the money. Somebody get this sucker out of the. Somebody get this sucker out of line. Go stand your ass over there in the corner. You know how them cops are. They don't give a shit about nobody. And that one head cop that already said he treating everybody like they regular fucking people. That's Georgia for you. You better pull your britches up. Oh shit. Ah. Okay, y'all. I just wanted to come out and talk to y'all today, man. Whew. Oh man, my stomach. Eh. I'm laughing too hard, man. I can't make this up, man. Because they thought it'd be point. Oh man. Man, come on, y'all. Y'all know what we talking about, man. Come on. People get on my ass because I get on social media and I just put the shit out there, man. I don't care. I don't worship no fucking man. I never will. I never have. I don't give a shit who he is. I don't worship a man. Fuck that. Now I don't worship no president because ain't no president ever did. Ain't no. And then they talk to people and oh, I was making money. This, that, and the other, brother. If your whole existence is about making money and not the betterment of everybody in this country, then you are a very misguided individual. I'm making money, but I want everybody to make money. That's the difference. When everybody making money, then that's how it should be, not just a certain few or a certain sector. Because politics is bigger than just making money. It's about the betterment of the people for the long run, and your kids and their kids. That's what politics is really about. Coming to a medium, not at each other's throat. And as long as they put that mentality in front of the nation will act the same way. Just like you seen that boy go into a store and kill black people and say, I hate black people. Why does he hate black people at this day and age? And the man got a 1950s, 1960s mentality. And if I'm not going to answer it for you, I want you to go ask yourself, why does he have that? Answer it yourself. And then come back tomorrow and we'll talk about it. All right? Don't get me started. But anyway, guys, I got to get out of here on Instagram, man. I get with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully Sonny Ono will be here tomorrow. If he's not pointing at somebody on one of those pictures that he was taking or something like that. But other than that, man, it is what it is. See you guys. You guys go over to Twitch. You guys go over to YouTube. And you go on Stevie Ray TV. And you'll be able to see the show live whenever we have guests. And you'll get a indication and notification when we go on the air. Peace. And I'm out. Yes. Okay, guys, we're going to get ready to get out of here. But I appreciate everybody joining me tonight, man. But like I said, guys, I just try to keep everything humorous, man.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
I just try to keep everything humorous, man, because when you really look at stuff in a lot of ways, you have to laugh because some of it's so sad, you know. And I'm not gonna be sad just to be sad. Y'all dig what I'm talking about? I like to be happy because I see humor in everything. Why that is? Because it just don't look real. Some of the stuff don't look real, man. It's like somebody wrote it, man. It's like somebody wrote this whole thing and then let it play out in front of you like a reality show. You know? I don't know if you guys feel that way, but that's the way I feel sometimes, man. And Hey, what can you do? What can you do, man? But hey, man, Calcutta, real cool. Kush, all you guys, man, appreciate it. Rhyme time. Queen, hey, brother, we got to look at things the way we do. If not, we'll start crying, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to cry because it's going to be all right. I don't care how bad it gets. It's going to be all right. Because at the end of the day, it's more good people than bad. And we'll always win the war. Oh yeah, they coming. But we'll always win the war. So I hope everybody got a little out of what we was talking about tonight. We're going to send our condolences to Bray Wyatt. And we're also going to send our condolences to my man, Mr. Terry Funk. Y'all think about them, man. They was good people. I know y'all are fans of them. Always keep them in your thoughts, man. This is your boy, Stevie Ray. And like I always say, be one and peace.